know you mean everything to Christ, and Christ means everything to me.
I called on the Lord. I said, man, Father, this is real. Will you watch over them? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the law, they doing it. You said under YAHANNA they ought to love one another, and they doing it.
Hey, Shalom Israel. It's Nashville, Tennessee. We hosting the Blackout Cookout under Commander General YAHANNA, man. The I.S.U.P.K is inviting Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. July the 2nd through the 5th. You gotta be here. If you're not here, you're not trying to black this city out, because we are. Shalom.
Commander General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, Body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action, that you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's going to all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from I.S.U.P.K. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up under cats, they're getting with their clique. Bring your clique here and let your clique handle I.S.U.P.K. Because here's the deal. If your clique ain't strong enough to handle I.S.U.P.K, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like I.S.U.P.K ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us, we damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the I.S.U.P.K, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're going to realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I'll see you soon. Shalom, family.
Hey, Shalom, y'all, this is police officer 1000 with Thumb Yard. I'm here with this sister. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Crystal.
All right, the lovely Crystal. Now, I want to ask you, right?
Do you feel like in 2026, black people are truly free?
Honestly, no, I don't think that we're truly free. I think that we have the ideology of being free, but it's like when you have a dog in the backyard, they think they're free, they're running free, but there's a fence around it, so you have your parameters.
Excellent answer. You heard about the Carmelo Anthony verdict, right? What? Damn, sis, where you been at? What rock you been on? All right, so I'll break it down to you. Recently, right, a brother got convicted for murder. He in jail for 35 years to life. You know what I mean? But all the brother did was defending himself against two white boys that tried to attack him.
I know what you're talking about. He was wrongfully.
Right. Okay. All he did was defending himself in a state that allows you to, stand your ground. They found him guilty. Gave him 35 years, sis. How you feel about that?
Again, another thing of something that somebody else of a different complexion, of a different background could do, you can't really do, and it's just sad. It's really sad for us. But I hope one day that we are, and we will be truly free. But I know that we might not see that anytime soon in our lifetime, unfortunately.
Hey, man, ain't too far to grasp, but okay. So to prevent things like that, right? What do you think we should do? You think we should separate to prevent things like that from white society?
That really, I think that would be the best way, honestly. Honestly, we need our own cities, we need our own communities, we need our own schools, our own churches, our own banks, our own everything. My opinion, that's my opinion.
You know what? All right, cool. Hey, Shalom, y'all, this is Prison Officer 1000 Mathumyad. I'm here with this sister. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Crystal.
All right, the lovely Crystal. Now, I want to ask you, right? Do you feel like in 2026, black people are truly free?
Honestly, no.
The Juneteenth in Jeffery. This is a flyer for Juneteenth, y'all. The Juneteenth in Jefferson, Texas. June 19th, a twerk contest.
Stop it. Get some help.
Cash prizes, 500, 300, 200. So we're prostituting on Juneteenth. Whose daughters are these? Who raised you? So let me guess, you're twerking for the ancestors. So when the slaves got free, they started twerking. Tubman got free. She started throwing it in a circle. Are y'all effing serious? It's like a lot of y'all, your brain is in your ass. And that's all y'all can think of. This is how you honor your ancestors on a day when they found out that they were free from slavery. You're going to shake your funky behind, your half-naked funky ass. This is a flyer for Juneteenth, y'all. The Juneteenth in Jefferson, Texas. June 19th, a twerk contest.
Stop it. Get some help.
Cash prizes, 500, 300, 200. So we're prostituting on Juneteenth. Whose daughters are these? Who raised you? So let me guess, you're twerking for the ancestors. So when the slaves got free, they started twerking. When Harriet Tubman got free, she started throwing it in a circle. Are y'all effing serious? It's like a lot of y'all, your brain is in your ass. And that's all y'all can think of. This is how you honor your ancestors on a day when they found out that they were free from slavery. You're going to shake your funky behind, your half-naked funky ass. This is a flyer for...
Deliver the scroll faster, faster, faster. Deliver the scroll. Deliver the scroll faster, faster, faster. Deliver the scroll. Deliver the scroll faster, 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 faster. Deliver the scroll faster, 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 faster. Deliver the scroll. Deliver the scroll faster, faster.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. Nashville, Tennessee. We hosting the Blackout Cookout under Commander General YAHANNA, man. The I.S.U.P.K is inviting blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. July the 2nd through the 5th. You gotta be here. If you're not here, you're not trying to black this city out, because we are. Salute.
Yeah, Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. To rise no more. I'm taking a look in the streets. It's real every day what I see. We constantly searching for peace. My people just wanna be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the bullshit. That lying nigga in the pulpit. Same shit, but a different day. I speak truth, they ain't come to play. You in the way, better move, nigga. That follow no way gon' be cruel, nigga. Say you're gonna get that tool, nigga. Matter of fact, get you by.
because I know you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me.
And I called on the Lord. I said, man, Father, this is real. Will you watch over me? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the law, they doing it. You said under YAHANNA they ought to love one another, and they doing it.
Commanding General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action. That you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man, listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years, okay? Ask anybody my name. It's gonna all be bad, which it's supposed to be, all right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from I.S.U.P.K. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up under cats, they're getting with their clique. Bring your clique here and let your clique handle I.S.U.P.K. Because here's the deal. If your clique ain't strong enough to handle I.S.U.P.K, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like I.S.U.P.K ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us, we damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the I.S.U.P.K, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're gonna realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I'll see you soon. Shalom, family.
Is because you have a preconceived notion of what this verse is saying. This verse is differentiating a child of the flesh from a child of the promise. That's what you're reading about. Because you have other children who came from Abraham and Isaac. But from Abraham, how many physical sons, fleshly sons did Abraham have?
How many?
Yes.
I believe one. Wait, no, sorry, two. My bad. No.
He had 8. All those children, who did the promise go to?
To Isaac.
Right.
Because that was God's chosen lineage. This is not anywhere connected to your point.
It does, and I'm going to explain why. Because if he receives the promise, the other children are children of the flesh who did not receive the promise.
Okay, so they're saying the children of the flesh from Isaac and Israel, those are all going to be
No. I'm saying we didn't even get to Isaac yet. We got to Abraham.
Okay.
I'm saying that the children of the flesh that didn't receive the promise are rejected of God. It's establishing the criteria for who is Israel. Here's the first criteria, Abraham, but that's just not it. It goes from Abraham to Isaac. Then there's a deeper layer of criteria. Then it goes to Jacob. You need all 3. If you don't have all 3, you're just a child of the flesh, not a child of the promise.
Is that what it says?
That's exactly what it says.
Okay, so let me just look here. These white guys right here, if God opened their heart to believe the word, like Lydia, that Gentile, definitely a white, light-skinned woman, God opened their hearts to believe the gospel, and they believe and call on the name of Jesus Christ, could they ever be saved?
If they believe the gospel, they would believe that Christ didn't die for them.
That Christ didn't die for the Gentiles? Right. Lord, you are a great heretic.
For them.
No.
Yes.
You just said that he died.
I'm telling, me and you disagree on what the gospel is saying.
The Bible says,
no, the Bible says that Christ only preconceived notion of what this verse is saying. This verse is differentiating a child of the flesh from a child of the promise. That's what you're reading about. Because you have other children who came from Abraham and Isaac. But from Abraham, how many physical sons, fleshly sons did Abraham have?
How many?
Yes.
I believe 1. Wait, no, sorry, 2. My bad. No.
He had 8. Of all those children, who did the promise go to?
To Isaac.
Right.
Because that was God's chosen lineage. This is not anywhere connected to your point.
It does, and I'm going to explain why. Because if he receives the promise, the other children are children of the flesh who did not receive the promise.
Okay, so they're saying the children of the flesh from Isaac and Israel, those are all going to be...
No. I'm saying we didn't even get to Isaac yet. We got to Abraham.
Okay.
I'm saying that the children of the flesh that didn't receive the promise are rejected of God. It's establishing the criteria for who is Israel. Here's the first criteria, Abraham, but that's just not it. It goes from Abraham to Isaac. Then there's a deeper layer of criteria. Then it goes to Jacob. You need all 3. If you don't have all 3, you're just a child of the flesh, not a child of the promise.
Is that what it says?
That's exactly what it says.
Okay, so let me just look here. These white guys right here, if God opened their heart to believe the word, like Lydia, that Gentile, definitely a white, light-skinned woman, God opened their heart to believe the gospel, and they believe and call on the name of Jesus Christ, could they ever be saved?
If they believe the gospel, they would believe that Christ didn't die for them.
That Christ didn't die for the Gentiles? Right. Lord, you are a great heretic.
For them.
No.
Yes.
You just said that he died.
I'm telling, me and you disagree on what the gospel is saying.
The Bible says.
No, the Bible says that Christ only died for Israel. If I could just clarify, the reason
nobody selling you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch with Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he made man. God made man. God wants man
there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
What's going on, fam? I.S.U.P.K.com is the website. Got the heavy hitters in the building with me tonight. General Muhammad, give it up. General Muhammad, General Muhammad looking trim. That's like, you know, took his food and everything. Got that ball, Muhammad looking trim and lean.
But my bench press is low, so it's a shameful thing. That's all I can say.
His shave was like 300 and something. You know what I mean? He still hit 300-400.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
You know what I'm saying? Hold it. Hey, wait, General Muhammad with us? General Salam.
Yes, sir.
In the building.
Shalom, General. Y'all about to make sure I can thumb.
That's my thought, sir.
Salaki, General. Also, of course, Officer Marah, Officer Yadai, Officer Ayahaya, and Officer Thumyard hold us down in the building tonight. Officer Ayahaya be back soon. All right, we got a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? As y'all know, racism is at an all-time high. Can we go to the Knicks game first? Might as well go right to the Knicks game and then to the WWF. Like, which one is it? Is it the WWF?
UFC. Yeah.
Okay, so you know what I mean? The white man finally got a sport. Oh, he finally got a sports he can feel, he can get it in on. So the minute he get a sports where he's good at, it's going on the White House. Like boxing should have been went to the White House long. Like why boxing didn't get chosen? Because of course we winning in all the games,
right?
In all the matches. You know what I'm saying? So of course they ain't gonna bring that all the way in. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I hope all of you out there that's listening and those of you joining us tonight, I hope you recognize now that the Israelite School of UPK, number one, is a very unique organization, that we are not affiliated with any other organization on the planet. And if you see somebody claiming to be an Israelite, it does not mean that they are one of us. Right. There are many fake and phonies out there. Christ said, there shall be many Christ. He said, not the believer. Truth came through I.S.U.P.K. Nobody else had it before us. We brought it out here before the world. And now everybody is joining in, and you got a bunch of liars and fakes trying to, water down the ranks and tell you lies and bring nonsense to you. But this truth has always prevailed and always stepped up. I hope everybody out there who thought we was out of our mind when we were talking about the racism of America, and they was telling us that we was post-racial and that was in the past. I hope you recognize how it's a super explosion of racism coming out all over the world, not just in the country, but all over the world. The brothers and sisters in the Caribbean are under the stress of the East Indians and the Chinese, and brothers and sisters in England and all around the world, especially right here in the United States, are catching absolute hell. These are the times. This is what we prophesied. This is what the Lord showed us. And for the life of me, I don't understand or respect your preacher for not knowing these things and preparing you for these things ahead of time. He was shameful in his works. But we got a lot to talk about tonight. Charleston White, what's the name? Carmelo Anthony, and what they did to him. So much more. Let's get into it, man. Where we going first today again?
Comic-Con, sir. Recently, the other day, the New York Knicks won the NBA championship after 53 years. And New York went insane, sir.
Yeah, New York is still on fire, I heard right now, which I already knew. You know what I'm saying? You give New Yorkers an opportunity to burn something down, they'll burn the whole city down because they just like burning shit down. So they up there burning up cars and school buses and tearing the thing apart. It's a hurt piece for those of us that have studied in this truth. And generals, y'all let me know.
Yes, sir.
It's a hurt piece for this, that all that energy is going towards the winning of a basketball game. The winning of a game that's really a child's game. You know what I mean? You take a little ball and you throw it in a hoop. That's like something your child would play. But because the value of brainwashing is so high in it, ball players are paid millions to be the absolute best at it. But in essence, it is a fight for nothing. It is a revolution for zero gain. Like that same brother, what's his name? Jalen
Brunson.
Jalen Brunson. And congratulations to the Knicks. He did a great job and so forth. But he still can get in his car today and drive down the street in New York and get his head bashed in. And he will have to scream to the top of his lungs that he is Jalen, the basketball player, for them to even respect him. And if he's driving a regular car, he got a of something this hard. I mean, there they go. They tearing up a school bus. You understand? Like this is really pain for what we've gone through, but not pain in the right direction. Y'all want to chime in? Anybody want to jump in?
House, please.
General, if I could, very similar to back during the Roman times when there was a lot of death and murder and mourning and a lot of different things going on with them plagues they had down there. But instead, they gave them what? The Colosseums. And them Colosseums, they gave them the gladiators. And all that hoopla, the gladiators, the death and the killing, took their mind off of everyday problems. Took the mind off the poverty, the degradation, you know what I mean, that they had to go through living in Rome. Similar things, so the same thing.
If I could, sir. General Mayak, did you have anything you wanted to say?
No. I was just saying the general was going in and out. Audio was bad, but it sounds good now.
Okay, we'll work on it.
Okay. You want to try it again?
No.
Okay, so and let me tell you, I know, okay, right? When you don't have anything else in your life but sports, and as you know, Commander General YAHANNA, I remember coming into the truth, and brothers always looked down on any Jake in the world wearing a baseball hat and a jersey every day. Right. It was like they were children, and we came into One West, and we dressed like men. Right. We didn't dress like little kids about to play a game every day. And if you're in the world and all you have in your life as a man is sports, the most damaging thing in the world could be this feeling, the feeling of unity in your city when you win a championship. Like that feeling of we are all unified, that is a consolation prize that you cannot accept if you actually want to really win. Like think about, okay, we as Blacks and Latinos, all we have is sports and music. So there are things that happen in life that make us think, New York is one. New York is unified. The Jewish people, the Arabs, the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans. This is the first time that all of New York City is unified. So I love it because
feeling good and expecting, to kind of share this.
When the Knicks win. But brother, if you don't reject that, you'll never feel equality in real estate. You'll never feel equality in the banking system. You'll never feel equality on Wall Street. You'll never feel equality in government. You'll never feel equality in Manhattan. You'll never feel equality in Westchester County.
In the courthouse.
In the courthouse.
In the jail.
In the jailhouse.
You're so right.
It's like a feeling that we get to enjoy once a year, right? When the parade comes.
Right.
That white people get to feel like winners every day. But we take this consolation. Sir, like you always taught us about the Negro Leagues. I'm sure when Jackie Robinson became an MLB baseball player, I'm sure all of Harlem was like, yay, Jackie, run, Jackie. You do it. I'm sure every time Jackie Robinson hit a home run, it felt like we hit a home run.
Yes,
I wasn't around, but I'm black. I know the feeling.
Sure.
I know that feeling of,
right.
Boy, we win. You know,
Right.
we win it.
We here now.
Right.
We in it now.
Oh my God. Yeah, we won the Super Bowl. We won the play. Oh, I know that feeling, sir.
God.
That feeling is false.
Yes, it is.
That is not real. That is not a real feeling. It is the consolation prize of a loser.
That's right.
And brother, I counsel people all day under your command, Commander General YAHANNA. And I have to counsel so many people about not taking a loser's prize.
Yeah.
Like it's like a, I'll give you loser's prize. I could have graduated if I would have stayed in. You heard that before, right?
Yes,
I dropped out, but really, if I would have stayed in, I could have got straight A's. I could have become this. Oh, you could have. Okay, well, good. Where's the diploma for could haves?
Right.
Right, but you
Ain't
think,
Right.
right, but I hear it all the time. Well, I could have, if I would have just did that, I would have got signed.
Mm-hmm.
They was gonna sign me to the record contract, but I didn't because of congratulations. There are feelings you could feel that will make you satisfied with being a loser.
Yes.
And feeling like New York is unified. Because the Knicks won is what a loser would feel.
Right.
You would never feel like you won unless you won.
Yes.
If you were a winner.
Yeah.
That is just a winner's burden. You think winners are satisfied? Ain't no winner satisfied. It's like living a perpetual life of unsatisfaction because there are enemies still breathing.
Yeah.
Because you don't have everything you want.
Yeah.
You just constantly live like, no, that ain't winning. No, that's not winning. No, I haven't won. But right now, there are people in New York living in tenements and being beat up by the cops and living in poverty that think they're unified with Jewish people in Manhattan tonight. You are a loser. You're taking a consolation prize. You've got to reject it. And this is hard. But this is something I learned from you, sir. It's like a feeling of I'm not taking the bribe.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I'm not going to be satisfied. I'm not going to appreciate it. Even that feeling of, appreciate. No. I don't appreciate anything at all that is not absolute total victory, which means my people are no longer dancing in the street next to rich white people.
Right.
My people are the rich people.
Yeah.
Like that would be winning. But anything else than that is not enough.
Go ahead, Maya. Salam.
No, I would disagree in general. That's right.
Like that is so right. And let me tell you something. And it is exactly what Yahawashi wanted us to do. Like he did not want us to take the consolation prize. Like he wanted Peter and them, brother, to carry that torch right where the hell it needed to go. And it's so heavy what you're saying, because I always go back to Egypt with stuff like that. Those Sadducees, those taskmasters in Egypt were angry with Moses because, again, they was going to take that consolation prize. They would have took a little happiness, a little wealth, a few dollars, you understand, and everybody else continue and make the Pharaoh, feel great. It's worse under Trump because Trump is a negotiator. Trump will give a slave a few dollars if it means he win the whole pie. And you so-called, a lot of you brothers out there that's up in this world, that's in those arenas for a few dollars. That old Stephen A. Smith, I don't know how black people have allowed him to continue. I don't understand how they haven't gone to the. I turned him on the other day. I was shocked. I turned him on. He said Kamala Anthony definitely murdered the cat Metcalf. I saw it on tape. I said, who the fuck is that? I see he got on there and said he deserved to go to jail. He said he definitely murdered him. That's what he said. He definitely murdered him. I couldn't believe it. And here's the thing. That black people, black people, Latino people, you should wake up on. We have gone through hundreds and hundreds of years of injustice from slavery. I mean, if you was around in the 80s and you watched the white man lock up thousands of, damn near he wiped out the neighborhoods with locking brothers up in jail in the 80s.
That whole thing that the Clintons did and mass, and I lived through that. I saw it happen. And brother, they was locking brothers up for anything and everything, and they starting it again. As Yediah got some of the stories about it right now. And brother, there's been so much injustice to us. I don't even look at trying to be just in no case. If it's black people on the left and white on the right, I'm on the left. I don't care if you shot a nigga in his face. You know what I mean? Like, because isn't that what they've been doing for so long?
Yes, sir.
Like you just watched white people unify in a case that was obviously in two cases, because the one with the Chinaman as well. Obviously, they broke crime. They committed crime. But you watched white people unify and say he was innocent with a straight face, like nothing never happened, and then act like what the problem was for not accepting this jury verdict. When OJ got legitimately acquitted for double murder, you white people could not live it down.
No.
Chased him around, sent him back to jail. When he got back out of jail, still tried to chase him down again. Like they don't accept that it's not their verdict. They don't care about justice. You the only fool who care about justice.
Right.
You caring about, fair play and justice and all that dumb shit. It ain't dumb shit. It's right before the throne of the Most High. But remember what the scripture said. The scripture said the books was open and the judgment was set. The judgment, he done already broke enough crimes where any crime you break, it don't match them crime. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So what a black man get off? You done murdered hundreds of thousands of them before. And we don't have that sense of us. And we better get it quick, because the extermination button, brother, is being rolled out every day.
That's
the
right.
extermination button, the judgment button, the judgment from them. I mean, these two cases were clearly them sending a signal.
Yeah.
That we are totally against blacks. We are totally against you. We want to wipe you out. That the signal is clear. And I mean, the Lord knows we suffer. What black people should be doing and looking at, every other ethnic group that lives in the United States, every last dollar of their wealth belongs to you.
That's right.
Remember, it was only white people here and black people here. And there was a little bit of Chinese here. Okay, that was it. The Japanese came a little later on. So did all the other white tribes came later on. Turn of the century, when they decided to do Reconstruction, is when they brought in all the other white groups, turn of the century, and made them prosper. Then they brought in the East Indians, the Arabs. They made America a land where everybody could prosper off of the portion of America that belonged to black people. They decided black people was just not going to get it, that you were not going to get a portion of it. They were going to give it to the other nation. Why you think America's a melting pot? They're a melting pot because everybody got your portion of the money. Now, I'm not saying you were supposed to have the white man's portion, because he's the white man and it's his empire and you are in his captivity. And you were rightfully to put in there because the Lord put you in there. But he was not supposed to take your portion. He wasn't supposed to take your portion of the wealth of the greatness of the empire. You should be just as powerful as white people, as white people are in this country right now. Instead, he made all the other nations wealthy, thinking he could bribe them into letting him rule their countries. And now they're going to turn on him. And now it's going back the other way, man. Wake up, man. Wake up, Salaki. I yield.
And if I could piggyback off you, General, everything you were saying, even with that Chud builder, I think that was his name, Chud the builder, he gets locked up. And white people, they don't sit and say, well, he was saying rough things toward those people. He was saying that. This is my side, my people, and I'm on this side, and I don't give a damn about that other side. And they flooded him with money. All that money they said to him, like they show us time and time again with those type of things. People kill us and get arrested, and they didn't raise $500,000. The white woman was speaking rough, calling a little boy nigger at the playground. She gets arrested, for hate crimes against a minor, and they flooding her with money for her defense, a ton of money, showing us time and time again they ain't living off of justice or what's right and what's fair. They living off of these is my people. I'm gonna stand with them. The hell with y'all. The hell with y'all. We're gonna be behind our clan, our tribe, our culture, our people, and F y'all. You know what I'm saying? And black people, we still trying to kiss these people. You know what I'm saying? Like we constantly trying to tame a snake. You know what I'm saying? It's like we fighting a fight and we tie our own hands behind our back in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to be moral and fair and well, I really looked at the case and you know the white boy was doing this and Carmelo he was all that, man. It's your people, stand with them. They showing you how they roll. We got to roll the same way, man. It's that damn church. That church that tenderized the heart of black and brown people, and we still trying to please white Jesus, no matter what happens to us, man. It's crazy, sir. I yield.
Listen, what you saying is so daggone right, General. Like you was gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say what General Mayak said, the Christian church.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Like that is what Martin Luther King did, brother, and them preachers around him was a poison like that is unprecedented. You know what I mean? All them black players in that stadium, in that arena. And meanwhile, we go back and realize that the black Negro leagues had 50,000 in the 40s, 50,000 attendees to the Negro League games in the 40s. That's how bad them brothers was compared to white America. And instead, we just get wiped out. They get it all. And they never have to apologize. They never have to say, you know, the Asians got on and said, you black people, you got just outworked by Asians that could barely speak your language. Never realizing the government financed them. Never none of that. And here's the thing. You can't never figure it out unless you push up against it.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like how you gonna ever know if a pipe can hold water if you don't turn the pressure up to find out? You'll never know, and it'll burst at the wrong time. Like black people, you don't never push back against their white racism and seek your own so that you can know whether or not this is really something that we should be on top of, or should we become liberal and down with them? And where's the stats? Where's the black think tanks at? Where are they? Where are the lawyers with the prominent record for totally going up against white America? Where are they at? Where are all the brothers who believe in the things that should be good and right for black people and Latino people, Native Indian people? Where are they at to lead our families and lead our people and to lead our things? Where are the ones that are where's the organization that is the absolute advocates for black people coming out of these white schools and coming back into black schools? Where are the advocates for them at? Where are the advocates for anything that we want to do for us? It's always looked at as evil, wrong, and racist. They've been calling us racist since the 60s. I could never, ever be a racist. There's not a racist bone in my entire body. Right. But there is a sense of justice in my body. You understand? Not because somebody's white. I could care less. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know very many white people. So I ain't even got room to be racist against them. But the actions that these people take, they warrant us to say, yo, we got to push back against this, man. So,
And if I could just say one small thing, General.
Please, General.
And their actions and their history and the things that they've done puts them in no moral position to even judge us.
Yes.
They have no moral position to decide our life or our future or our punishment because of their history and their crimes. I yield, sir.
Listen, what you said, let me tell y'all, what you said is heavy. And not only is it heavy, if I could back you up, do you know that is exactly what the Romans did? The Romans, remember when they brought Christ to Pontius Pilate to have him judged, he said, if this is a matter of your law, go see to it. He tried to send them to the Sadducees. That was the whole point of the Sanhedrin and the Sadducees and Pharisees. They were the governing body over Israelite law inside Jerusalem and inside the nation of Israel. And even when the Romans took over, they didn't destroy their courts. They didn't destroy their laws. They just ruled over them until the time that they was ready to take over and start charging us taxes and destroy our country. But prior to that, they sent us to our own leaders to be judged over the situations that we were dealing with. And of course, them brothers became whores for the Romans, which is how Paul got in the truth in the first place, because they sent Paul out to go destroy the brothers and sisters in the truth. And he went and did it, being loyal to them, not realizing that these evil men are sending him to destroy the rest of us. But once again, the Lord came in, woke him up, and he turned against all of those leaders and became mighty against what they was pushing. Once again, if we look at us and watch over us, I might be going a little fast, but you can go back and check out what I said in this tape, and you'll see that it is true. That if we watched over us and looked after us, then even if we came up corrupt in certain times like we did in times past, the Lord would always step in and fix that corruption and get us right back on track to take care of ourselves. But instead, we give our soul over to the heathens, man. Man, I yield. Salaki. So Maya, what you were saying is 100% right. They're not in no position to judge us. They ain't in no position to lay out punishments to us. And act so bold with it. Act so confident, like love to put out, like get them, like put a sentence on us as though they the goodly people. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like want to send us up to jail like these are the goodly people.
Right.
These are the most corrupt, evil. They said Donald Trump stealing so much money up there in the White House. They said he robbing everything that ain't nailed down. The whole building is for sale. It's a fire sale. You can buy anything you want according to what the different proponents say. And meanwhile, but acting like we are the most immoral, these black people and these crimes they're committing, and there's this and this, that. And meanwhile, but listen, white people are waking up now, and they realize now, like they done got so greedy and so corrupt that even white people had to now like become radical. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. And wake up. And brother, you don't want white people angry with you. You see what they can do. You know what I'm saying? So I yield. So lock.
Even the judge in that case, General, they interviewed even the judge in that Camelo's case.
Yeah.
That said, well, no, it was a fair trial. I don't regret anything. The jurors, they were given an option. They could have came with a verdict of murder or even manslaughter. I gave them that option. They decided that it was murder. They decided he should get 35 years. They could have gave him 6 years. They could have gave him this. So I have no regrets on how everything went. Like he's so righteous and was so fair and let the people decide in all fairness. It was corrupt from the beginning to the end.
And if I could give a little history on that town, that was an all-white racist town back in the day. And what happened is they opened up a similar town right near it. And that new town that was building up was all black. And that town blew up so fast that it kind of forced their town into integration. As black people became wealthy and got gain, they moved into those areas, which was a mistake, but they did so nonetheless. And because of that, white people became infuriated that they no longer had their all-white town. They felt invaded, which once again, that's our problem. Real estate in the ghetto is cheap as hell. The reason we ain't buying it is because of all the degradation they've done to us, and we've had nobody to lead us out of it. Let me tell you something, Mike. The ghettos, some of the ghettos in this country are some of the best places to live on earth. I know real estate, and I ride through them zones out, and they have real estate out from the 1900s in some of these ghettos out that are absolutely amazing pieces of real estate. And the only time you ever hear about the wealth of those areas is when white people come in. You look at Brooklyn. Brooklyn, you could buy a brownstone in the 80s in Brooklyn for $75,000. A brownstone in Brooklyn now is $4 million and up. That same brownstone. And you got it for $75,000 back then with 12 rooms and all kinds of you had everything that you needed in there. And the same in other cities. You know what I mean? New York City was another one. Brooklyn was one. you know, there's a ton of them. I can't think of them all off the top of my head, but many cities where the city was poor, the city is struggling, but it's doing that because once again, they've poured the drugs in. They've destroyed the politicians. They've wiped out the leaders. And then once it's destroyed enough, then they'll come in and buy the real estate up. Let me tell you, I went out in Chicago. I forget the name of this area, but it's an area where it has a beach. You know, I keep forgetting the name. Anybody in the chat room know it? Let me know. I know some Chicago brothers and sisters probably in the room. And they have an area in Chicago that's, I believe it's on the south side as well. There's out by a beach. You remember mine. We went out there to the beach that time. We had the barbecue. Brothers brought us out there. Right. Big shout out to Captain Mount Quad and them. And I was shocked when I saw this area because this area had like mini mansions that were like worth nothing at this time. And it was right off the beach. It was beachfront property with houses that were destroyed right off the edge of the beach. Somebody said 63rd Street. I don't know, Charles 74. I'm not sure. Hyde Park. It wasn't Hyde Park. Hyde Park was always a wealthy area. I'm saying this is right off of the beach. Go ahead,
Slocky, sir. General Kabbalah Moff said Rainbow Beach.
Is it Rainbow Beach? I don't know. Q says Rainbow Beach. I don't know the name of the area, but I know that we used to go down to that area. We went down to that area a couple of times right off the beach. I know that when you're on the beach, you could see from the beach, you could see the entire downtown Chicago skyline. That might narrow it down. Q says 77th Street. That sounds right, Q. I don't know. That sounds right. You could see the entire Chicago skyline off of that street. Now, those houses was worth nothing because it was poor, ghetto, and violent. And sure enough, the minute white people decided they wanted to get hold of it, those houses now are rising in price expeditiously. All those areas you done read about, 63rd Street, where all these gangs is at, they have some of the most beautiful brownstones in those areas. Beautiful brownstone, 50,000, 40,000. That's how cheap the brownstones are. But just give them about 2 seconds, and you'll see white people start to move in, and those brownstones will be $2 and $3 million a piece. When the ghetto could be the best place in the world, there's no need for us to chase them in their world. The need we have is to fix us. Like, don't nobody want to raise their kids where you shooting over their kids' head. Right. Don't nobody want to raise their kids where you pouring drugs in their head. And that's not from us. That's from those that come in and destroy us and those that are weak enough to be bought in up under us. Bought in up under them, rather. Like, that's all it is. We don't need to pursue anything. We can't hand down no wealth because we can't keep our neighborhoods. We can't keep our neighborhoods because we don't know how to keep the CIA out of our neighborhoods from bringing in drugs and guns. If we knew how to do that, then you would be passing down wealth to your children all the time, because you get old and your real estate would go up and you pass it on to your kids and they'd have some wealth as well. But you can't do that, not with the way that they oppress us. And then after they oppress us and you lose everything, then they sell it all off to the Chinese and to the Arabs and everybody else. And then they turn around and come in the neighborhood, and they come in the neighborhood because the witchcraft is so good. And I'm not saying nobody should do this, but the witchcraft is so good in the black neighborhood that the Chinese restaurants never get harmed. The Arab stores never get harmed. The wig stores never get harmed. They might have a fight or skirmish. The nail shops never get messed up. But let you open up a restaurant in the hood. Let you open up a fast food joint in the hood. You're going to be robbed before the week is out. Because the demons that's on our people will take them right to your spot and nobody else's. Brother, and the only way you fix that is strong leadership. Like you go like Jehu did and go kill Jehu threw a party. It's in the scriptures. You can look it up. Jehu eradicated homosexuality overnight. He told all the gay men in the city, man, listen, I'm going to have me a gay party. Everybody was upset with him. Jehu threw a big party, brought them all up in the room. Get me right. Locked the door and killed every sodomite in the entire city. I'm not telling nobody to do that. All right. That's not what I'm saying. My point is that they eradicated these things so that they would have the decent place for our people to raise their children, man, and do something with. And we need to get back to that. And it's not that hard. You just got to get the brainwashing off you. Salak and I.S.U.P.K. Damn right. Yeah, man.
Conway Khan, sir. Watermelon felon. Austin Metcalf's father unleashes racist tirade at Carmelo Anthony's family. Hours later, Anthony's new fundraiser faces a new setback. A connecting story with this, sir, was that it also says that Charleston White withdraws support for Carmelo Anthony's father, slams him, and then says he'd rather help Austin Metcalf's dad.
I mean, if y'all let me go, you know where I'm going with it.
I think you should.
Yo, Most High Christ. Listen, let me tell you something. Black people, Latino people, you should wake up, wake up, wake up. If Charleston White does not work for the United States government, then I will be highly surprised. Okay? First of all, it was reported, and we're going to find out how true this is. Yediah is going to let me know that he told the Carmelo family to trust white people, that they're going to do the right thing. Amazing. He told them to trust white people, that they're going to do the right thing, and don't worry about it if they dismiss black people off the jury. And these black people listen to this. I don't know how he became the spokesperson for the family. This idiot told them to do that. They did it. Got an all-white jury and sent their son to prison for 35 years. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that in a town full of racism with a racially charged case? Why wouldn't you trust your people? This idiot told them to trust the white man. In all that he's done, we should trust him in a case with your son could go to prison for decades. Charleston White is a fucking idiot. That's right. And anybody listening to that fucking idiot is just making a mess of their life. You understand? And let me tell you something else too. Now, I don't know this for sure, but I do know how Esau works. And I've had to battle many situations where he brought in some evil to destroy black people. And Charleston White fits the textbook description of a COINTELPRO officer or a COINTELPRO asset. He comes in, he talks fiery, he talks like he's pro-black and everything wrong with what's black. And when the time comes, he turns the tables and undermines the very people he's supposed to stand for. Nobody should be listening to this fool, man. Nobody at all should be. And once again, it should be a lesson for you. It should be a lesson for you. Who you put in charge is who you gonna suffer under if they are wrong. You better go get people who you know are seasoned in what they do. Oh man, I would have loved to have sent some officers down there to his family and tell them, do not let them take any black people off of that jury. Like with black people on that jury, black people would have known that when he went under that tent and them white boys came up under that tent and tried to harass him, and witnesses said that they swung on him and his brother or his friend, black people would have known automatically what that was. But of course, white people, they look at that as, well, they just joshing around until he pulled out a knife. Or they just being boys. Boys will be boys. Right. Boys will be boys until he pulled the knife out. But instead, this weasel goes down there. I can't believe people listen to this guy. Went down there and they believed him when he said, trust in white people. White people gonna do the right thing. In the wake of Donald Trump, in the wake of white racist America, you gonna sit up there and tell him that? Somebody had to send him. So as far as I'm concerned, he gonna have to prove to me that somebody didn't send him in there, to do what he do. And then Charleston White is withdrawing his support. Like he got millions of black people following him and supporting him. So where his support goes, black people go. This is one guy. Who gives a fuck if he withdraws his support? Fuck him. You understand? Like, you gonna turn around and tell black people to trust a white jury, and that boy got 35 years. Now listen, shouldn't anybody be ever listening to this fool ever again? for anything about anything. And then the white boy's father turned around and made a racist video.
Yeah. Can I back you up one point if you don't mind,
Please,
sir?
please.
Because for sure, in my work under you, I trust logic and practicality. It is stupid. It was absolutely stupid of Charleston White to think that an all-white jury would be fair to a black person in that town. But it's too conveniently stupid. You understand? It's too conveniently stupid. And that means it must have been on purpose. Because, of course, at the end of the court case, now he's against the Carmelo Anthony family and making T-shirts that calls Carmelo Anthony a watermelon felon. What if he was against Carmelo Anthony the whole time? And that's the reason that he told Carmelo Anthony's family to trust a white jury. On the jury, white people are going to do the right thing. Then at the end of the trial, when Carmelo Anthony was obvious, come to find out he switches. He hates Carmelo Anthony, and he's on the side of the so-called victim's father, calling Carmelo Anthony a watermelon felon. Maybe logic would say he was always against Carmelo Anthony. He was always against him, and he gave the family advice to get him convicted. Let me tell you what, that is too conveniently done. There is not a black or Latino in the world that did not know that that poor brother was getting convicted the minute they found out that jury was all white. Yedaya said it in here. Yedaya said right here and said, Salaki, he's gone. I remember. Said, Salaki, sir, he's going to jail. Guess what? Everybody thought it. That's right. Who the hell didn't know it? Charleston White knew it. Charleston White is from the South, ain't he?
Yes, he is.
I would assume he know better than me.
Yeah.
Okay? He had to know that he was going to jail. Anyone in the planet that does not know that if you do not use race to win a court case, then you don't understand court.
Right.
And you have no concept of it.
Right.
Even the concept in court, sir, where they say a jury of his peers.
Yes.
We are not peers with white people.
No, we are not.
They are. Why? Because they haven't been harassed by the cops.
Right.
They haven't been kicked out of Chinese restaurants. They haven't lived under oppression. They haven't felt like strangers in a country that they built.
Right.
We're not their peers, so they can't understand. The whole concept of jury of your peers is to say, well, the king might not understand what we're going through, but I'm gonna pick someone from among my class.
Right.
They know what I'm going through.
Boom.
So then there'll be an expectation of fairness. We are not peers with white people because they don't go through what we go through.
They don't experience America like we experience.
So then the minute it's an all-white jury, the all-white jury gives the benefit of the doubt to white people.
Boom.
When a black person would give you the benefit of the doubt, or a Latino, because you are their peers. Any good lawyer would have stood up and put their hair on fire to get a black person on that jury.
Yes.
Any lawyer, which is what happened with OJ.
Yes.
They were in that courtroom. Young brothers don't remember. We was watching them. Me and Jeremiah watching it side by side.
Yeah.
That lawyer was fighting to get, just the good jury that he wants. You get my point?
Right.
No one ever says I want him because he's black.
Right.
But we all know why he's fighting to fill this jury up with black people. They even fight for venue. They fight to make sure the case is in LA, not in this other part of California where there's too many white people.
Yeah.
You get my point? They fight for, let's get this case in the ghetto.
Yes. That's why Esau always wants change your venue.
Yes.
What? That's the point of change your venue.
Yes.
You know what
You know what I mean?
Like,
To get it in the white. When a cop kills a black boy in the city, they want change of venue immediately. To get it in the white, they want it in Simi Valley so that the white jury will be on the table and will acquit the cops. How the hell you think they get off all the time?
Yes, sir.
Like Chauvin would have got off if they had changed the venue.
Yes, he would have.
He would have got off if they changed the venue, man. Like, it is ridiculous. Listen, any good lawyer worth his salt would have been fighting to get black mothers on that jury.
Yes.
He would have known if he got two black mothers, at least two, he know he'd have had a 50% shot that one of them would hold out and call that boy not guilty. He knew it. But meanwhile, he had some white racist jury. The fix was already in. And let me tell you The fix is in because they really want us to riot and to burn down the place so that Donald Trump can declare martial law and that he don't got to get kicked the hell out of office at his time. But we're not going to fall for that foolishness, man. We don't have to protest. All we got to do is change our change our our operators. I was about to say something else. Change out the way we operate in this society. We change how we think and how we operate in society. We'll fix more problems than we will ever trying to riot and throw Molotov cocktails at police officers. You know what I mean? Anybody thinking that way is not thinking clearly. You should prepare for those kind of days when they want to attack us. But you should not be trying to create those kind of days because it will do us no good. You know what will do us some good? Don't buy no more Chinese food. That'll do us some good. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Like I saw a video. I don't know why I did not keep this video. I'm going to see if I have this video. I'm going to give it to you, Dad. Let me tell you something. I watched a video this weekend of a black girl. And she had a nail salon where she does nails. She's black. And she had this nail salon for years. And because of, somebody, YAHANNA, you saw it as well? Tell me y'all saw it. And she said, she was on the internet and saying, hey, people, please, I need another nail tech. I need another nail tech. My business is blowing up. I'm doing so good. I thank God. I thank God. Because of what happened with the Chinese nail salon, her business was exploding. And she was calling for another nail tech. And for the life of me, I wish black people could see that is the formula of success. The formula for the success is we don't go to no more of their nail salons. Now every sister needing a business can now go get a nail salon. And let me tell you something else too, Al. Like immigrants don't speak good English for a reason. They don't speak good English because they don't have to. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Like they don't speak good. They don't need a college. So many of us, you got to get a college degree to even function out here. When they have no degree, don't speak hardly no English, and they make thousands of dollars a day from your people. Now, if that money was among us, every black person is not going to be the smart ones. Smart ones should rise to the top and do what they have to do. The masses are farmers. It's in any country. Go to any country in the world. The masses of the people are farmers. So what are our farmers going to do? Go get PhDs? They're not going to do that. So what happens to them if they can't farm? Meaning they can't produce something that makes money for them. Then they starve. They turn to drugs. They'll find something else to sell. You understand? Like they would a farm. Now, that's what all selling drugs is. It's taking a product, refining it, and then repackaging it and selling it. That's simple work, simple what a farmer does. He gathers in the crop, chops it all up, weighs it, puts it in bins, sells it at the market. That's farmers. Like this man ain't leave no room for the simple poor people to live their life successfully the way they're supposed to, because they got to live their life with the other heathens in their neighborhoods selling everything to them. So she was so excited to see that her nail business had done so well. And I looked at that and I said, but for the life of me, why we don't see how that's the formula. She's crying for another tech. Like, I'm getting so much business. If I don't get another tech in here, I'm not going to be able to cover all the people. And the reason why is because the people are trying to not go to the Oriental spot. That's right. They're trying to bring the business to her. And brother, man, it would be an explosion of us in the right direction. And they know it's coming anyway. Yeah. It's just why they're preparing for it now. Salakia.
Can I back you up,
Please.
sir, if you don't mind?
Please.
What Commander General YAHANNA is saying is that if we stop going to the Chinese nail salons, the Chinese nail salons would suffer and the Black and Latino nail salons would prosper. Yep. That is what real winning is, to take it back to the New York Knicks.
That's right.
If the New York Knicks winning unifies all the races, if all the races can share and unify in the victory of the New York Knicks, then that is not winning. When you share victory, you have not won.
That's right.
You lose. Tell Jalen Brunson, you know what? Don't make the Knicks win. I want all the teams to win equally.
Right.
All the
Bring
teams.
them all up on the stage.
You know what? Instead of just one team winning, that's teamism. Mm-hmm. And that's wrong, sir, to be a teamist.
That's right.
Are you a teamist?
Right.
Right. So instead, you're a famous teamist, sir. Right. I've seen you on the internet. Right? We want all the teams to all win together. Brother, if all the NBA team went together, none of them has won.
That's right.
No one has won. One team must win. You cannot share victory with all the teams. If all the races are sharing in victory, no one has won. You know who knows that? White people.
Yeah. And black. Because you on the bottom.
Yeah.
Right or wrong.
I mean, you're just telling the truth.
It's
like,
so heavy,
because this is some concept that, you know, everyone knows the nail salons, the businesses. I hear black people all the time say support black businesses.
Right.
Are you a businessist?
Right.
Is that what you're telling me to be?
Right.
Oh, wait, you want me to support black business? You are a businessist.
Right.
You want me to support a black. I'm not supporting black business. You know why? Because all businesses are equal, sir.
Right.
So I'm not going to support black. No, nobody wants to hear that shit, right?
Exactly.
Because that's stupid as hell.
As hell.
Because if I support all businesses,
nobody's a winner.
Yeah.
I
mean, what you
So
saying?
how you gonna want?
Yeah.
How you gonna get me right?
Good.
So how you gonna want all nations to win and then expect to be a winner? Nobody wins.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
it's
just
just
common
logic.
sense.
It's someone has to lose. So you have to make losers, or else you're the loser. That's what it is. If you're like, oh, New York is together, then you're a loser.
Right.
Then you're the loser because winning excludes the losers.
Right. Yes, it does.
God. Listen, it tell you that in the Constitution. They say all men are created equal, but even they know it ain't talking about all men. You know what I'm saying?
Moab understands that more than ever because Moab.
Hello.
You all right,
So like,
sorry, Maya.
No sweat.
It's like a general. Was you gonna say something, sir?
Go ahead, Yadai.
Oh, calm. On the Moab side of TikTok, sir, they see the sisters coming together with their nail salons and with the hairdressing, and Moab is losing their mind over the few sisters that are sticking together and coming up, sir.
That
like
is
you
crazy.
Calm.
And here's what's amazing about it. On top to back you up, you die. They don't hire none of us.
Nope.
Like that's what's amazing. They sitting right in the middle of the hood and don't hire near one of us.
You think they hire one for the English?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Right. For the negotiation.
The translation?
They don't hire none. Don't want nothing to do with you. Don't want a thing to do with you. And of course, you got the tape of her. Oh man, you got to play it after this. Like, let me tell you something. And don't care. Don't give a damn nothing. No apology for what they won't ever go. Excuse me. This is what I was talking about earlier about justice. They know that he chased that brother down and they murdered him.
Right.
But they will never side against their own. They will never say, black community, we was wrong. We sorry about that. What he did was wrong. He should have went to jail. We want to shut his store down. You will never hear them say that. You understand? About their businesses. But you sitting up there being a traitor every chance you get. Like, we gonna have to wake up that there is something called nations, and you part of one. And right now, yours is being destroyed. And unless you wake up and smell the coffee, they're gonna continue to destroy. And unless you stop whores, $2 shriveled up whores like Charleston White from doing the evil shit that he did to this brother's family, this will always continue, man. You need righteous leadership. Where was the Christian preachers at? Gone. Where was the black lawyers? Gone. You let Charleston White walk up in there and become the family advisor? Get the fuck out of here. That was somebody decided this was supposed to happen. Yeah. Somebody decided this is, and I ain't naive. I've been around. That's why I listen. Please. I talk now. I've been around. I done seen so many scams and schemes. I was there at the end of COINTELPRO. I saw them, how they operated, what they did, and the way they operated. And they got way, way better weapons and tools to do what they do now. Wake up, man. Wake up. It don't need to be no more black leaders, none of that. Come to find out, brother, if they come out, eventually it's going to come out, you know, all the black agents that are in hip hop. All the black, there's a ton of black agents in hip hop music. Tons of them. You know what I mean? That you think is rappers and superstars and this, brothers and sisters, and they straight up government agents working in the rap industry to help make sure that they coddle it in the direction they wanted it to be in to destroy our family. Like if you don't resist at all, then you won't even be able to build your family. Like, and it ain't even illegal to resist. It's not illegal to say we don't want to go through what we go through with these businesses because it doesn't benefit us. That's not illegal. It's not illegal to help yourself. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody telling you the minute you see us, you quick to think we mean pick up a gun, get some ammo, and run out in the street. You already in the streets with guns, and you have no effect. The only effect you have on is those mothers crying at them funerals. Other than that, you don't got no effect on no goddamn body with guns in the streets, with the super magazine clips, with all that old bullshit y'all be buying. You understand? It's gonna that's never gonna work in the battlefield. Trust me. I've tested most of it. You understand? You're going to shoot your foot off before you do anything. Get stuck in the door jam, trying to go through a door. Get a cap in your ass because you done went through a door with some fancy gun shit and they got stuck in the door jam. You fucked up now. You don't know what to do. I'm sorry. You understand? You need to come to this high school if you can and get properly trained in what the hell you are doing. And so what we need to do is focus on how do we fix ourselves on a mass scale and do it quickly. How do we choose our leadership? How do we come together with that? Listening to all these hustlers and charlatans and religions that come from other nations, man. Just so everybody know, being an Israelite has nothing to do with white people or no other nation on earth. It is a nation and culture that is completely separated. And I don't got no problem with it because everybody else got theirs. You know what I mean? I hear Salakia. Please, Mayak, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I think you passed, you know. I yield. Salakia.
Please, Moro.
I yield.
Go ahead, General. You was going?
No. I yield, General.
Okay, most time. Right.
Salakia, sir. If I may, I just wanted to piggyback off what you were saying. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like with the Charleston White thing, I'm like, how do people go to people like him for justice when they know who champions justice? They don't like us because we champion just for black.
Yes.
But once you get in that situation, like, okay, I can understand before your child's in the situation. But once he's in it, you don't think to say, you know what, I want to call them. I want to talk to them. What do they the only ones been doing this, you know. I'm going to go to Charleston White, who, if I go on the internet, he's wrapped in the Confederate flag. Like that's
pull that picture up.
Yes, sir.
He wrapped in a Confederate flag. Like, go ahead, finish, Moran.
But if I may, like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like how you said that's the solution, to go to the black nail salon to do that.
Yes.
But it just like General said with bringing it back to the New York Knicks, like you can't share with everybody. I would have said, let me just talk to them first. Like, let me see what they got to say, seeing that this happened to me.
Right.
Like, you know, I can say, all right, I'm not a racist. I can say, you know, I don't get into that. But when something happens to my child, then I can say, well, let me go to the people that only stand for black people.
That deal with this all the time. But what you saying is, give it up, y'all. That was a heavy point. And let me tell you why they do not. Let me tell you, let me tell you, what you said, Ak, is extremely heavy. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because what I'm about to say is the whole reason that they are able to do what they do to us. Now, you end up in a situation, like you said, where your child is being dealt with in a racist situation and has defended themselves. And so now this has exploded into a racial incident. Here's what kills black people before the word go. We are so afraid of our slave master that we won't even go to the brothers who are experts at racism for fear of the slave master.
Right.
Like that beret on your head is more frightening to a black person than it is his need to get the right help so that his son don't end up in the penitentiary his whole life. And it is ridiculous. That's it's so sad. Like you're back against the wall. You would think, let me go to the guys that roll like this. That's what you do in any case. Your plumbing break, you don't go to an electrician. You call the plumbers.
Right.
Yo, we got water leaking in here, and the plumbers come in. You know what I mean? The power go out. You don't go to the plumbers. You go to the electrician. Electricians, yo, the power's out. What's up? And they roll in and do their job. But when it comes to the white man doing some evil racism to you, you can't now go to the people who are experts at the racism. You got to go to a person that's actually telling you to love the people that's killing you. You got to go to the opposite. You got to go to the opposite man, because in our brainwashed mind, the opposite man is the only one that can get the slave master to adhere to being in right justice, when it is a joke. It is a joke of a frightened man, and it is sad. Go ahead, Murad Salaki.
Sir, if I may, what's so crazy is not only did you go to that man to help get, the pity, the sympathy of white people, after he got mad at you for not getting him the pity of white people, he turns on you, which is ridiculous. But if they would have came to us, they would have had an all-black jury, because we would have made sure that the bias would have been on white people. We'd have been able to prove it.
Yeah.
We'd have been up on that lawyer like, look, man, you make sure every black person stays on that jury.
That's right.
Let me see them names. Jerome, okay.
Right.
Malik, he'll do.
Yeah.
Vasquez, Jose Vasquez, I'll take him.
No challenge, Your Honor. No challenge.
Good to go.
Wagenstein?
Yeah,
we want challenge.
I'm about to say it. Go ahead and say it.
Challenge.
You know
what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. Like, we in a bad way. You know what I mean? And which is, once again, is so biblical. What you just brought out, Murad, is so biblical in this respect, that it is exactly what we did when it came to Moses. The scripture said Moses went to them, but for what they say, the heart, no. Because get me that scripture, you die, please. This scripture he's getting ready to pull is nuclear. Like, it was like Moses did the same thing, and we could not, because the anguish of trying to come up and step up against the slave master in the smallest way, in the smallest, littlest pushback for the best survival of our people. We refuse to do it.
And it seemed like the witchcraft is so strong, General, that even though they know this was a racist verdict and everything was racist about it, and racism is stinking with racism, it's still a piece of them that's hoping some good white folks step up and help out with this. They still will rely on white people. They'll never come to us, because we might piss off all the black people. All white people, if they see they standing with us and label them as racist, and they'll never get justice. It's still a piece of them hoping that the Jesus-hearted white folk step in and help us make this thing right. You know what I mean? That's how thick this witchcraft is of Christianity and white supremacy is. It's like, I yield.
Listen, Maya, what you saying is heavy. It's damn near like we got to go find a sympathetic white person for any justice that we're going to get, because we cannot come against them. So we must convince one of them to love us enough to let it ride on. It's crazy. It's
on the internet, sir. Before the verdict and after everyone knew that it was all white jury, all over my phone they were comparing this to Mississippi Burning, the movie.
Damn.
They kept talking about that movie. You need this white lawyer, which is the Mississippi Burning dream from the movie.
Yes.
That black people have from this movie.
That's what it was.
This white, because you hire a white attorney and he's white, so he can talk to him.
Yes.
He's one of them. And you get him to say, Imagine if it was your daughter. Then imagine if she was white. And the jury, it breaks their little hearts. And they do the right thing. You know, they put racism aside because now they look at this like, if it was a white child, I would do it. That is a movie.
Yes.
That is a movie. In real life, your lawyer is on the side of the district attorney. The one you pay.
Yes.
The lawyer that you pay is talking to DA saying, listen, I'm going to throw this case. Hook me up and get me a job at the DA next year.
Yes.
Help me out next year. And they're making deals. And your lawyer is against you. And the jury is convicting you and ignoring anything that your defense is saying. Yeah. It's like they ain't hearing it.
No.
It's like they
done made up their decision before the case
they're
started.
Prejudiced.
Yes.
They prejudged the fucking thing. And so whatever you saying is can we go make a verdict now?
Right.
Can we get the hell up out of there and write down guilty and get up out of here so we can go home?
Yes. What y'all saying is so right. Black people don't realize white people are living rent-free in your brain. And only until you come into the Israelite school, U.P.K, can you evict white people out of living free in your brain. And as long as they living free in your brain, you're going to trust that they're going to do the right thing by you. And we are watching Donald Trump crank up his evil against, and you watching white America barely even flinching. There's white people that, you know, speak up against civil rights and all that, but the civil rights ain't as important as white rights. When they killed out of all those Mexicans that they killed and still killing in detention centers right now, none of it even hardly brushed the news like when Donald Trump killed those two white people. He killed those two white people, brother. That white girl in the car and that white boy on the ground, it shut down the entire ICE operation. That's right. Okay. Shut them down because prior to that, brother, they were like marauders running up and down the streets. And now they done came up against them and just, you know, block them to the point where they don't even want to bring it into Senate and Congress meetings. They don't even want it brought up because it looks so egregious that they kill that white girl, you understand, who was inside her car, and kill that white boy down on the ground with handcuffs on him, when this shit is commonplace when it comes to blacks and Latinos. It is commonplace. But it happened to white people. White people got shook. And here's what's worse. If I could, what's even worse is this: to even think for a moment that we need white people for what we need for what we need for ourselves, is they living rent-free in your brain. Like if you feeling like you cannot stand against white people and what they're doing to you unless other white people are on board so it could look like this is something against the community, then they are living rent-free in your brain, and you don't have the strength or the understanding how you need to stand up for your own. I'm not calling you to violence or calling you to anything, but just calling you to think freely about you and yours. And then one last thing, if I could, y'all, another problem that we have. When faced with a challenge of justice for blacks and Latinos, we always defer to what sins and wrongs we think we do. Like you don't want to face that you have to stand up against white people. You'd rather join them and accuse black people of things as well. Like you never hear white people when accused of doing something wrong to them, you don't never hear them say, well, white people be doing it too. Do you ever hear them say that? You don't never hear them say, well, white people be doing that as well. But the minute you tell black people, yo, this injustice happened or took place, black people really quick to say, well, black people be doing stuff too. Tons of times for years on the street, black people was telling us, well, I done suffered more things in the hands of black people than white people. Of course you did, idiot. You live among black people, but it don't mean white people are not doing more to you and yours. Like, wake the hell up. Like, once again, we are afraid of our slave master. And the only way to get past your fear of your slave master is to learn these scriptures. to grind in these scriptures, because in these scriptures, you will learn righteousness of the Lord, not to go do harm. You don't have the best part about being an Israelite. You don't have to worry about fighting the white man. The Lord's fighting him for you right now. He's fighting him in his economy, in his military, in his health, in all his aspects of his life. The Lord is fighting him right now. He just doesn't see it or acknowledge or you to think for that the Lord is bringing his kingdom down. Right now, Europe is in full panic, making nuclear treaties because they worry about Russia overthrowing with the help of China. And America's worried too. All this movement they're doing is their fear. Come on, read it for me, Yediah, please.
Colonel Khan, sir. The book of Exodus, chapter 6 and verse 9. And Moses spake unto the children of Israel, but they hearkened not unto Moses.
But they hearkened not unto Moses. He was telling them what the Lord said. But they hearken not unto Moses. You hearken to the preacher, because he's gonna lie to you. He lied to you like a fucking dog. Excuse my friend. He's gonna lie to you, and he ain't gonna give a damn what he says. But the to us. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, sir. For anguish of spirit.
For we didn't listen to him for anguish of spirit. Somebody look that word up for me. Tell me what it means to be in anguish. And listen, an anguish of spirit. That's a whole different kind of anguish. That ain't anguish like you in anguish for being in this prison or because you in pain. What does this anguish mean? Y'all got it? To be in anguish of spirit. Go ahead.
Khan. Anguish is defined as severe physical or mental pain.
Severe physical or mental pain. Let me tell you something. If you in anguish of spirit, you're not in physical pain, but you in severe mental pain. And that's what blacks, Latino, and Native Indians are going through. You're in severe mental pain and you don't know it. Reason you in severe mental pain, or AKA brainwashed, you in that severe mental pain because what is happening in front of you is unjustified and you cannot justify it in your brain. So it is painful. It's painful because it's unjust. And that's what's happening to us here. And you have got to wake up and find your way back to the truth. The water, I yield.
Come on, Colonel Khan, sir. Colonel Khan. Recently, sir, I believe it was yesterday, they had the UFC event on the White House, sir.
Oh my God, this Muhammad story here. I'm taking a break. I'll be back. I'll be right back.
Colonel Khan. Says Dana White called a UFC fighters Michelle Obama insult nonsense. The White House isn't commenting on it.
The White House made no comment on it. This is how I'm not sure if you saw it. I didn't see it either. I found out about it today. I was watching that World Cup over there. I saw that World Cup.
Okay.
But I didn't see that Donald Trump had a wrestling match on the White House lawn yesterday. There was one of the UFC fighters. First of all, Donald Trump had a giant UFC match on the White House lawn because it was his birthday. Yesterday was Donald Trump's birthday. And listen, it's such an excellent story if you're in the UPK, because we're in the Israelite school of UPK house. We don't celebrate our birthdays.
Right.
We don't do that in here.
Right.
Donald Trump is an 80-year-old man who still wants you to throw a birthday party for him. You still have to celebrate this 80-year-old man's birthdays. He ain't got many more left. Yeah. Why are you even thinking about your birthday? You need to be thinking about the great by and by. The upper room. 80 years old, Donald Trump should have his mind on the upper room, on the great by and by, on the hereafter, at the judgment seat. But instead, you got to sit and celebrate his birthday like a 5-year-old boy with an ice cream cake. Marah.
Like sir, Yediah said he should be worried about looking up.
Damn right.
It's coming soon.
You better look up and you better look up into the heavenly throne, Donald Trump. Where the great by and by is, where the great seat of judgment is. He said, you're celebrating your birthday, you're 80. When are you ever going to grow up? There are brothers in this school, 20 years old. They don't need a cake. They don't need a party. I'm sorry. They don't need a cake or a party. Donald Trump never grew up. Right. It is an indictment on the failure of white parenting. Whenever I see Donald Trump out, I can see those old aristocrats in Europe and in France and Germany who were terrible at raising those rich kids. Like rich kids with all those resources, Haas. Somehow they're terrible people.
That's why they had nannies.
That's why they had nannies. It's like the nanny is the only one that loves you, you know, that cares about you and treats you with some kindness. Why are rich people so terrible at parenting? Now, here we go. 80 years old. He's still starved for attention at 80. He still needs constant stroking of his ego. Some mother never hugged that 80-year-old baby. Some mother never loved him. Well, anyway, here we go at the White House yesterday, Haas. Everybody had to come celebrate the big, fat-footed baby. Had to go over there and get his fat foot with the veins and the kidney disease and the high blood pressure, and his eyes should be on the sparrow. That's where his eyes should be. Looking up into the sky at the Lord, saying, Lord, will thou receive me into thy loving embrace? Because that is what's next. Not more birthdays, but instead his mind is always on, will you love me? Will you be my new mommy? Will you love me like my daddy didn't love me? So he had a big old UFC fight, right, on the White House lawn, right? Right. And some UFC fighter had the nerve, House, I couldn't believe this, which says something about white arrogance. White arrogance is an amazing thing. White hypocrisy. Yeah. Some UFC fighter, of course, got up in the middle after he won a UFC fight at an event that's supposed to be about celebrating America. It's supposed to be nonpartisan, just about the wonderfulness of America. And he says Michelle Obama is a man. I'm not sure if we can play the video.
Who
Probably
said
not.
it? The fighter?
The UFC fighter. He said Michelle Obama is a man. Now, Michelle Obama is not a sister in the Israelite school of UPK. And as a rule, I only defend women who are one West. But I know that this devil called Michelle Obama a man because she's black and or Latino, because she's not a white woman. And everyone knows that that's why he picked Michelle Obama as opposed to the thousands of other first ladies that he could have said something about, namely Hillary Clinton, who was also one of Epstein's goddamn friends. But of course, he didn't mention anyone but the one black woman who was First Lady Yedaya.
If I may say, what you're saying is so heavy. That'd be like if I fought yesterday and I win and I said, you know, Trump, you know your wife is a whore.
Yeah, you're a mind reader, and the Lord is with you. The Lord allow you to see into the minds of man. Because can you imagine being the kind of hypocrite that would call Michelle Obama a man when Donald Trump's wife is a whore, an actual practicing whore? And when I say whore, Haas, I'm not talking about promiscuous. I'm not talking about she sleeps with men indiscriminately. I'm talking about a prostitute, You understand me? A working girl, Haas.
She bought her.
A working girl.
He bought her from
a real straight up prostitute. Now, I'm not saying a hoe who sleeps with men without thinking. I'm talking prostitution. What's the new word for it they use all the time? Trafficking. That bitch has been trafficked. Been trafficked, Haas. She's the first lady. And anyone who is looking at Michelle Obama or any first lady in history, thinking that you have the nerve to talk about a first lady, Donald Trump's wife is a whore, a prostitute, a working girl. That is exactly what she is. Show me her breast on the internet. Put her breast. We can't play her breast.
Can't play.
Don't get the show cut off now. But listen, when you're home, go look at the first lady's breasts, okay? On your own personal time. Look at her breasts and her naked body, because she has nude photos all over the internet. Right. Hunter Biden in his book said that Jeffrey Epstein introduced Melania to Donald Trump, and Melania Trump is suing him. It's in his book. He said that Jeffrey Epstein introduced them to each other. Jeffrey Epstein was, General YAHANNA always told me it was a honeypot situation where He would just bring prostitutes around Richmond, and then what's the word when you trying to get money from someone through crime?
Extortion.
And then extort them. This week, what's that fool that made Google, made the phones? Microsoft. What's that cat's name?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates came before Congress this week and said that Jeffrey Epstein was blackmailing him because on Epstein's island he was having sex with girls, and Jeffrey Epstein held the videos and was blackmailing Bill Gates. He went in front of Congress this week. I'm sure you can play that. That's on the news. I'm sorry. Come on.
If I could, sir, he also had a venereal. Remember, he got a venereal disease.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He didn't want his wife to find out. Slocky.
He had a nasty man's disease. He didn't want his wife to find out. Jeffrey Epstein is blackmailing him.
Oh, no, Bill Gates, this is that cat that got all that money. The Gates Foundation. All
Gates Foundation,
And,
yes.
Listen, and was sneaking medicine for the disease in his wife's food. And so Epstein was extorting him or he released all that information.
Putting penicillin in his wife's caviar. The caviar full of penicillin. She's like, this caviar tastes funny. Just eat it, bitch. Eat it.
Hurry up. Eat it for a week, 7 days.
Eat it for 7 days. Eat it for 7 days, 2 times a day. He's got a nerve.
Now you know why they can't raise no children.
There you go.
That's why the kids always come out horrible. It's the answers right here.
I mean, Donald Trump is just a perfect example of when you realize the American dream, what a terrible person it will make you. He's everything. He's rich beyond belief. How many wives does Donald Trump have? Only one wife has, because Donald Trump is monogamous. Yeah. Donald Trump believes in monogamy. So what does he do? The minute one of his wives gets a gray hair, he divorces her. That's what happens because he's a monogamous. So he has to do. This is his third wife. His third wife is another prostitute that he met from Jeffrey Epstein because he's a monogamous man. He only believes in one wife. So he divorces a woman as soon as she gets a wrinkle. He divorces her so he can only have one wife. Now the current wife is a working girl, prostitute, whore. Anything else? You die.
I wonder if he ever thought that, okay, he talks so much trash about people that they will go back and get dirt on him off his wife. Like, I wonder if that ever crossed his mind. Like, it's pictures of her on her magazines. Yeah. Because that's what she did. And now you talking about everybody else and people talking about people. It would seem like, okay, y'all chill on that. Y'all chill on that because that can come back and bite me. Like you don't care.
Well, let me tell you something. This is something Commander Julian Hanna said tonight. Donald Trump and whatever that hustler, huckster, Barnum and Bailey con artist thing, he understands marks. The term mark, you remember that term? Yeah. The term mark is like a term people use for a sucker.
Yeah, you mark it.
He's a mark.
Yeah.
Right? It's from marking him and knowing here's the sucker right here, get his money. Right? Donald Trump knows that he could have a whore that's a wife. He could be a 30-time felon. He could be the architect of January 6th. He could bomb Iran, make the gas prices high. He could do everything and say everything terrible.
He can grab him by the pussy.
He can grab him by the vagina. But he gives racist white men something to be proud of. He does that, and that means anything else he does he's allowed to do it. Yeah. Like he gets these suckers. Elon Musk is another one that's an accompanying story we don't have tonight, but he understands marks. Elon Musk is right now over there in I'm sorry, come on, brothers. Oh, goddamn, play it, please. Let's just wait for General YAHANNA. Yes, sir. Any more on this story? I got Bill Gates. Please go ahead.
And hold on, which one of them cats married their daughter that they adopted?
That is Woody Allen. You see that? That's another. You bringing it out in that. Okay, when you see a white man that has the success that black people believe is unattainable, right? When they live the American dream, you see how terrible people succeed. Mm-hmm. Like that is who succeeds them. Like this Woody Allen, just like Jeffrey Epstein, just like Donald Trump, another sexual deviant. A sexual deviant who married his adoptive daughter, married her. He raised her from a baby, from a little girl. She got 18. He divorced his older wife, let her, Jesus Christ, 14 years old. He divorced his wife when she got a gray hair and got wrinkles, right? Because that's what these monogamous men do, Haas. These monogamous men, bitch, if you get a gray hair, goodbye. Not even monogamy. And my monogamy don't go to wrinkles and gray hair. It goes to young girls, Haas. He left her and married the 14-year-old. Married her. Well, you died. You want to say something? Yeah, and so that's the success that white men have that we idolize, that you should look at the kind of character on the people you idolize. Right. The kind of character of the people that live out the American dream. Right. They're terrible people, Haas.
Yes, sir.
Terrible people.
Yes, sir.
What else do you have? Please play the Michelle Obama, then the Bill Gates, please. Let me see his opponent real fast, if you don't mind again. Let's see his opponent. Who did he fight?
Who's that?
Look at that. Surprise, surprise, Haas. You see the cat he's fighting is a so-called black man. That's a coincidence? He's fighting a so-called black man. I don't know how the hell he beat that so-called black man. He needed to be brought before charges for losing that fight. He should have never lost that fight.
Yeah, I agree.
He should have never let that white man lose that fight. Agree. If he had to do God knows what, take steroids and pray to the Lord. You die.
If I may, sir, I think Derek Lewis threw that fight.
Here we go. You die.
Yeah.
That's more to watch.
That's what I'm thinking, you die. I'm thinking he was paid from the beginning to lose.
General YAHANNA would have known he threw that fight. You're absolutely correct that he's paid to throw that fight so that devil can call Michelle Obama a man and then tomorrow be world famous and get tons of money because of it. You want to play anything more with this video? Go ahead.
I've got Bill Gates. Hold on. I think the general wanted him to say on tape about the man. Right.
No sound. I don't know if it's supposed to be sound.
Its post-match interview with Joe Rogan.
Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
Some in the crowd could be heard laughing, while others seemed shocked. Rogan did not address the comments, saying only, "Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Hokett." The event was a $60 million made-for-TV spectacle sparked by a suggestion from President Donald Trump and executed by his friend, UFC CEO Dana White. White and Trump sat cage-side on the South Lawn, directly next to WME Executive Chairman and TKO CEO.
And you see that, and that just says everything about the America that white people made sure to get rid of Mexicans, to take away opportunities from blacks and Latinos so they could build a place where you could be overtly racist, because simply being subvertly racist was too much agony for them.
Yeah,
like white people have been able to be racist all they want for years, but they had to be covert about it. They had to lie and say that it was just a system and it was not racist. White people got tired of being covertly racist, and they wanted Donald Trump in office so they could be overtly racist. He's fighting the black man right then. He beats the black man. More than likely, the brother threw the fight for money. And then he says Michelle Obama is a man with an American flag on his head. And also, I hope that teaches you something about that American flag. Yeah. That American flag is a symbol of racism.
Yes, sir.
That American flag is a racist symbol. How do I know? All the racists wear it. What the hell else do I have to say? All the racists love the American flag. Yeah. The American flag is a symbol of racism. How do you know? Because the racists love it. Morale.
Like I said, they also say, living the dream, living the American dream. It's another racist slur, sir.
Living the American dream. Because the American dream is not to just hide that you hate blacks and Latinos, but to run them down, arrest them, and kill them and imprison them. And to say you're doing it because they're black. What else are you holding? Elon Musk? Let's go to Elon Musk then. Bill Gates, I'm sorry. Please, go ahead.
There's an email in about 2013 that he has been asked about. The officials, Chairman Comer has said that this is something they're going to talk to him about, this email from Epstein to Bill Gates about the dissolution of their friendship. That has certainly raised some eyebrows, and that's something that he is being asked about. But again, we don't have a lot of details because this is behind closed doors. It is not being taped. So the only way, Del, that we are going to have access to the information about this is from the Democrats or Republicans who come out, or whenever we do eventually.
Bill Gates. Yeah. And Bill Gates, you're going to Epstein Island because he was on Epstein's island and being blackmailed by Epstein for getting involved in a honeypot trap, like you always told me about Epstein, right?
Nasty ass.
And of course, Epstein was blackmailing him, relating that to Melania Trump, who was also there.
Right.
Can I ask one question of the chat room, sir?
Please.
Someone in the chat room said this. He said, what's his name? Alfonso Eliso 313 G7. He said, one of the white fighters who fought that night has an adopted black son. I would just like to ask that person, what is he trying to say by that? That's all.
Good point.
If I could, I'm not sure what he means by that. I'd like to know if I could, sir. And so then, sir, we were going to go into the Elon Musk. I was trying to wait till you got back. That's the end of the Melania story.
That's a good question that you asked, because are you trying to say what? That because he had a black child, he should be accepted? Or are you saying, Salaka, I can move on. Or are you saying, what are you saying? What should be said is how disrespectful he was to the children that was in that audience. And basically how disrespectful he is to black people. And let me tell you something. Y'all brought up something earlier about the whole American dream and the whole American flag, which was so heavy, because the American dream is just like y'all said. If you can have somebody to hate, the American dream is like living as a football champion. Like the American dream is living like the New York Knicks are living right now, but all the time. They always have an enemy. They always playing against the enemy and always winning the championship.
Right.
Like that's the life of it. That's the real American dream. The real American dream is beat and brutalize black people and Latino people and always feel, yeah, we're the best. We're number one. That's what it's like being in America. And that's what America does to us every day. And I thank every brother and sister in America who has had the strength to stand up against having to lose to these people so many times over. They wonder why we acted the way we acted with OJ. That's why. Because you always win the championship. You always get the trophy and the ring. You always are on top. And we are always on the bottom. Like black people are not necessarily seeking to work against white America, but you've brutalized us so much that we turn on the Iran war, and many of our people in their heart, be feeling like they'd like to see them win for once and see you lose for once. At least give somewhat of a fair game. And but hold on, blacks and Latinos, don't worry about that. You're gonna win a game, and this game you're gonna win is the same game, but only you ain't gonna take the championship. You're gonna take the lifelong trophy, which is gonna come from Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the game that we playing, and we don't realize we're in that game, and we don't become accustomed to just, it's like the Harlem Globetrotters. When the Harlem Globetrotters go out to play, they have a team that plays opposite them. And that team knows that they're always the losers. And they always have white guys on that team, so it could really look like the black guys are the cool ones, flipping the ball all over the place. And the white guys lose, of course, all the time. And so that's what makes the whole Harlem Globetrotters the Harlem Globetrotters. The problem is these people have been winning and winning and winning and winning endlessly. And you've been losing and losing endlessly. And the more they win, all they want is to win again, to win again, to win again. Like if you had to go and play for a championship every year, and some years you won and some years you lost, but every year it was a brutal struggle to win. After a while, you would say, let somebody else win the championship. We've had enough rings. But that's the problem is White people haven't had enough rings because they haven't lost the championship ever. They just keep winning the championship. So they just feel so motivated to brutalize and murder black people because, of course, they know they're going to win the championship again in their mind. But the day is going to come, like the scripture said, which is why I, from a young man, trusted in this Bible. And this Bible has never failed me in all of my years on this earth. As long as I did not get swept up into the brainwashing of Christianity, this Bible have never, ever, ever done me wrong. And these scriptures are clear about what is coming in the near future to this empire. The scripture says that Christ shall be King of kings and Lord of lords, and his kingdom shall be an everlasting kingdom that shall never end. You don't listen to these fools out there. There's no other black book made and written by black people about black people that explain God except the Bible. You want to look for the ultimate black book? Look for the Bible. It's the ultimate black book of black people and about black people serving a black God. If you could look at it that way and get all the Christianity off it, you will find the greatest record and document you have ever held in your hand in history. And the only reason it is not upheld and esteemed like that is because it is of black people. If it was not, it would be beloved as the Maharabi tomb thing and the emerald tablets and the Quran.
Yeah.
These records are upheld like, such amazing records. Meanwhile, when describing the Bible, it's often described as being exaggerated or often or tampered with or looked at like it was just a bunch of letters put together. Nobody looks at the greatness of these people. When I say black people, I mean blacks, West Indians, all of our Latinos and Native Indians. Your legacy is in this book, man, going back thousands and thousands of years. I just read a documentary where they discovered that Joseph, and while in Egypt, had a trade. They was bad as hell. He had a trade deal with the people in Mali, and he used the people in Mali's ships because they were great at shipbuilding, and used them to come and hide gold in the Americas, in the Grand Canyon. That's why there's places down there now they won't let you down in there, because they had tons and tons of gold down in that canyon, hiding that gold in the event of war. And Joseph was a genius, and the things that he did, and so was the rest of our people. It's time for us, man, to return back to our Father so that he can show us how to do things, and not in no Arab book or East Indian book, or definitely with the understanding of a white man. Let's do it the way the Lord wants it, man. In this Bible and in these scriptures, man. I hope you enjoyed this show as much as I did, man. I had an amazing amongst a team of brothers around me, heavy hitters in every right, man. Give it up, y'all, for General Muhammad in the building with us tonight, doing it up. General Maka Allah in the building with us, doing it up. General Hazayan on deck, doing it up. Marah, y'all get this new studio together. We want y'all on camera, man. Officer Marah, Officer Yadiah, Officer Ibaha, y'all, Officer Matham, y'all. Yadiah, you and Matham, y'all get on Marah. I worked Marah to death. But y'all get on it, man, to build this studio up, man, because we're gonna have 8 cameras up in here, man. He got an amazing plan that he wants to do, man, to bring this studio up on a level, and I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be much, much more interesting as much as it is now, man. We're gonna really get some things rocking and rolling up in here. Join us every Monday night. We do it up live every Monday night, 9 p.m. Join us again Wednesday night. We tap in with the brothers in Washington, D.C., the generals in Washington, D.C. as well. Tap in and we do it again with them for a couple of more hours, also on this same channel. Also, too, just to let y'all know what's happening coming up next, so-called 4th of July weekend from the 2nd to the 5th, Nashville. Oh, man, we about to get it on, y'all. Nashville, Tennessee, man. If you can make it out there, if you in that area, any camps, officers that have recommended them to be raised up, get your approvals through the generals, please. And let's get out there, man, and add some more dynamic captains to the ranks of the Israelite School, UPK. We're going to have an amazing time out there, man. I'm going to be off the hook. I'm having a time like I can't even explain. I'm not even in the room with you right now. Y'all don't even know. It's been amazing ride. I've had a day that's just outstanding. You understand? And I hope you do the same, and you can have the same as if we circle these wagons, take care of ourselves, watch over each other, start to care for one another. That care alone will carry you a lot further than the actual substance you gain from it. So you stay up, man. Keep praying to the Most High. There's only one God. Yahweh is his name. Yahawashi is his son, the savior of the children of Israel. We are I.S.U.P.K. We'll see y'all next time, y'all live. Shalom.
That's right.
Hey, Shalom Israel. It's Nashville, Tennessee. We hosting the Blackout Cookout under Commander General YAHANNA, man. The I.S.U.P.K is inviting Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. July the 2nd through the 5th. You gotta be here. If you're not here, you're not trying to black your city out, because we are. Shalom.